Well, greetings to you all. Good morning to you on this Monday, beginning of another week. This is the last week of uh, September, and man, that's hard to believe. Jumping into October here very soon, and look forward to what God has for us in October. Trust that you've had a wonderful wonderful weekend. And man, we had a great time in church yesterday. Hopefully, you're able to get into church wherever you are watching from. But today, as we've already said, Monday, and look forward to what God has for us. We're going to be in Proverbs Chapter 31, the final chapter in the book of Proverbs here. And so, man, it's been a good study as we've looked through things, looked through many things. Remember, as the pandemic began, we began walking through the book of Psalms and finished that up. We've now come nearly all the way through the book of Proverbs. And here we are, Proverbs 31. And hard to believe, man, we've covered this much ground already. But man, it's been good, and hopefully it's been challenging for you. All right, Proverbs 31, here we go. The words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him. And so we've got this king, don't know really anything about this king. Lemuel here, this name is not listed in any of the kings of Israel and so on. But what we do know is that this proverb, Proverb 31, it's King Lemuel sharing what his mother taught him. And we see the words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him. And so no doubt this king was tremendously impacted by his mom's teaching, his mom's training, and we have some of that recorded here in the scriptures. And so we're going to take a look over the next several days over this last proverb 31 here from Lemuel here, and kind of learn what his mother taught him as he was growing up and so on. So let's look at it. Verse number 2 says, "What, my son, and what the son of my womb, and what the son of my vows." And then we're going to get into several things here. We're going to get into a little bit alcohol. We're going to get into a little bit talking about strange women and really the relationship that we ought not to have with a harlot. Also going to be looking at really the influence of alcohol, the role of the king, what he's supposed to do, and all that kind of stuff here we're going to look at over the next several days. So let's begin verse number 3. We'll see how far we get here this morning. Verse number 3, "Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings." We kind of see this call by Lemuel's mom for Lemuel not to be focused upon the opposite gender, and not to have that to be your main focus. You remember Solomon. Solomon had over 1,000 women in his household, and Lemuel's mom says, "Hey, don't let that be your focus." You know what? Having a relationship with one woman for one lifetime is a great thing, and no doubt she pointed to that. "Nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings." And so we're going to see over the next several verses Lemuel's mom warning him about these things that will distract him from what his position and what he is supposed to be doing. One of those being of the opposite gender here, women, they can distract him from what he's supposed to be doing. And we note, even in the scripture, we note that several kings of Israel and of Judah, their kings were swayed by their wives and the women that they had in their household, and even so much that they turned them away from God in some cases. And so let's look at verse number 4 now. It says, "Lest they drink," verse number 4. "It is not for kings, O Lemuel." Lemuel, it's not for kings to do. This is what you're supposed to do. This is not for you. It is not for kings to drink wine, nor for princes to strong drink. And then she gives the reason why: "Lest they drink and forget the law and pervert the judgment of any of the afflicted." And so Lemuel's mom says, "Hey, Lemuel, the temptation is going to be great for you to to party, to live it up, for you to enjoy the just the role of the king and all the perks that go along with it. And she says, Lemuel, don't do that. If you involve yourself in the drink, if you consume alcohol, it will pervert your judgment. It will pervert your thinking skills. So do not do it. Man, you'll forget the law. You'll forget your rule. You'll do things. You'll say things that later on you will regret. And so do not drink the strong drink. Verse number 6, she then says, give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that be of heavy hearts. And so we see here in verse number 6, the call to, not the call, but really the purpose of the alcohol would be for those that are on their deathbed, for medicinal purposes. We can kind of see here, and then it says here, those that are of that have heavy hearts, those hearts that are broken, they're bitter, and so we kind of see the purpose of the strong drink there. It's not for the making of merry, because what happens when we make merry and throw alcohol into it? We stupid things are done, and not good things. And man, many a relationship, many a marriage have been ruined. Many lives have been ruined by alcohol, and I would say even those that do not consume alcohol, their lives have been ruined by alcohol as well. I think, how often do we hear about a drunk driver plowing into somebody else's vehicle and injuring or even killing people in another vehicle, and how sad that is. And so I would say this: the best thing to do to avoid getting drunk and alcohol controlling you, the best thing to do is just don't ever let alcohol pass your lips. Don't drink it. And I see in our world today, in churches today, and thankfully not Calvary Baptist, and hopefully not the church that you attend, but many churches today, the social drinking has become acceptable, and Christians today are involved in drinking wine and alcohol, and they don't see a problem with it. And I would just say what is associated with that, with alcohol, is not appropriate for the believer. And we're reminded in the Spirit that we are not to be drunk with wine, but be filled with the Spirit. And so allow the Spirit to control you. Listen, when life is difficult, don't run to alcohol, run to Jesus, is what I would say. And there are many that could give testimony of what alcohol has done to their life. And maybe even some that are watching have gone down that path, and you've got regrets and you've got challenges now in your life because of it. And so the best thing to do is don't ever let it touch your lips, and it'll never control your life. Don't ever let it touch your lips, and you'll never get drunk. And the same would be for drugs as well. Drugs is the same thing. If you don't ever get that first high, you'll never get a second, and so on. And so I think we kind of understand as believers our responsibility and what we should be challenged from the scriptures. Look at verse number 7. Let him drink and forget his poverty. This is speaking of those that have the heavy hearts. Let him drink, forget his poverty, and remember his misery no more. And so we see this right there. And so I would encourage you, hey, be mindful. And you know what? On the television, we see it often. What are some of the biggest commercials on television we see more of? It's promoting alcohol and so on. And just be mindful of it. If you don't ever take that first drink, you won't be tempted with the second, and so on. And it's a slippery slope. The same would be true as we've seen the warning here to King Lemuel from his mom about giving his strength to women. And we see this warning as well. The pornography, which is prevalent in our world today, hey, guard your eyes, guard your mind from all of that. And you know what? The devil wants to do everything he can to ruin your life, to get you to not be focused upon what God has called you to do. He wants to tempt you with these things from the world. And let me tell you, uh, they're not great things. They're not good things, and they tend to ruin lives. And so let's take First Thessalonians approach. Okay, First Thessalonians, we read this verse. It says, "Abstain from the appearance of evil." Note what it says there. It doesn't say abstain from evil, but even the appearance of it. You know what? If it just doesn't look right, if it's not a representation of what Christ would have you to do, then it ought not to be in your life. And so that's kind of a good filter to run what you're going to do or what you're doing through. Hey, is this something that God would have me to do? Okay, and I'm gonna leave you those couple thoughts for the day, and we'll see you tomorrow on that. Let me give a couple shout outs. Listen, Friday, I forgot to greet everybody that had commented live, and for that, I apologize. And so let's touch base with you all today. Thank you so much for being on. Be sure to like, share, and comment if you are able. Let me give some greetings to those who are on. And once again, thank you so much for watching. Lynette, good morning to you. Hope you are well. Cliff and Karen, good morning to you, and hope you have a great day. Karen, we'll see you, I guess, in just a little while. David, good morning to you as well. Have a wonderful day. Brian and Cindy, good to have you on today. Good morning. Jean, I hope you're doing well. Have a great day. Good morning. Lee and Angie, good morning to you. Hope you guys have a great day. Ingrid, good morning to you. Love you. Have a good day. And kids watching, listening, have a great day as well. Paula, good morning. Thank you for being on. Shirley, good morning to you as well. Sherry, thank you for commenting and being on. Good morning to you. And saw that you had your 60th anniversary, but was praying for your day. And it's exciting to see their 60th church anniversary there at Mountain Avenue Baptist Church. And I'm so thankful for that ministry and the impact that it was upon my life, and just the privilege it was to serve at Mountain Avenue with Pastor Sadlowski and others for so long. It was just such a blessing. And so thank you for that reminder there. And then thank you, several of you commenting, continue to comment, and just about maybe your testimonies, just the battles that you've had in your life. And hey, I want to encourage you, hey, let's keep living for Jesus. And man, if you've had victory over some of these things we've talked about today, rejoice in that. Let's continue to live in victory. All right. Lord bless you all. Have a wonderful day. And those of you in Northern Michigan, Grayling area, a little wet out there. Stay dry. Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow at 8:30. Have a wonderful day.